Anthony. I work for DEWALT. Today we're going to go over the DEWALT POWERSHIFT Vibrators. There's two different versions that we offer. One is a suitcase version, and then the other one is a backpack. But this runs off our POWERSHIFT battery. The POWERSHIFT battery is a 554 watt-hour battery, but it's similar to our 60-volt platform. We actually make an adapter where the 60-volt battery will go into the adapter and then run these POWERSHIFT tools. But this battery here is double the capacity of our largest flexible pack. So one of the challenges that we have, or our customers have, with gas technology is that gas tools are hard to start. They're not very reliable. So what we've done here with the battery is once you put the battery in and you pull the trigger, it's turning on immediately. So there's no mixing fuel. There's no dealing with cleaning out a carburetor. The best thing about this is you put a charged battery in and it runs. So with the two different versions that we have, so one is the suitcase vibrator is better for walls or columns, whenever a backpack vibrator is better for using for flat work. So for pouring decks like this. But what we have is, as you can see, there's different variations on size of whips. So we make an 1.5-inch whip up to 2.5-inch whips. What we are adding this year is, so currently right now you can get a 7, 10, 16 or 21-foot whip. But in July of this year we're going to be adding a 32-foot and a 41-foot whip, and without any loss of power. So these whips are interchangeable. So there is a quick release. All you do is turn and then pull this out. This is basically an extension cord. So you align up the arrows and then push that in, and then now you're connected. But one of the biggest benefits is if you want to use the 1.5-inch whip or if you want to use a 2.5-inch whip, they're all interchangeable between the two units. So this unit here, so one of the things, like I said, this is adjustable. So this is the backpack version. So if you have somebody that's a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger, this strap will go up to 3XL. And then if you are trying to adjust up and down, so whether you are shorter or taller, this is fully adjustable so that it helps, so it's more comfortable. The biggest benefit though, compared to a 4-cycle gas unit, this is about 10 pounds lighter than that a 4-cycle tool. Most of the weight is the battery. So the battery by itself is 11 pounds, but there is no motor here. The motor is actually in the head of the whip. So when you're turning this on, there's no sound from the unit. All the sound is coming from the vibrator. So the suitcase version is a little bit different, but it doesn't have the backpack style. It has a shoulder strap. This is going to be used with the longer whips, so the longer whips like the 30-foot or the 40-foot. So if you're working on a column, usually there's a guy that carries this around, and then there's another one that works with the end of the whip. What we've done is, typically, the guy that carries around is called a switchman. So what we're doing here is, this is actually a Bluetooth unit where you could turn this on yourself. So you can either turn it on where it's running right now, or you can use the Bluetooth dongle, where the Bluetooth dongle you press and then it turns on right here automatically. But one of the biggest benefits compared to a gas unit is typically always running, or an electric is always running. This is an option where you can save battery life, because if you're not using it to vibrate the concrete, you can turn it off and turn it on whenever you need it. And it doesn't matter what size head, because this comes off. So if you want to put this on your wrist, or if you want to hold it, keep it on your lapel. So this just goes with you, or it can go directly to the strap. Yeah. Charge time on the battery is about about 55 minutes, but the run time on these units is about 110 minutes to 2 hours. Okay? And that's our vibrators.